Cleveland Browns faithful, welcome back to the Cleveland Pulse YouTube channel. February 3rd, Monday, around 11 o'clock. Absolute bombshell in the air. I'm at a loss for words, really. Ian Rappaport breaking: reigning NFL Defensive Player of the Year and Brown star Myles Garrett has requested a trade. Exclusive statement. Let's read it. From the pen of Myles Garrett. As a kid dreaming of the NFL, all I focused on was the ultimate goal of winning the Super Bowl, and that goal fuels me to today more than ever. My love for the community of Northeast Ohio and the incredible fan base of the Cleveland Browns has made this one of the toughest decisions of my life. These past 8 years have shaped me into the man I am today. While I've loved calling the city home, my desire to win and compete on the biggest stages won't allow me to be complacent. The goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It was always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl. With that in mind, I've requested to be traded from the Cleveland Browns. Signed, Myles Garrett. Would I say it's unbelievable? The craziest part is that at this point, and if you're a Cleveland fan, you understand nothing is unbelievable. Nothing is too out of the ordinary. You go through the decision, you go through, the heartbreak, the disappointment, the going to the finals, the losing the finals, the being in the World Series, losing the Kansas City Chiefs in the divisional round, winning a playoff game, the ups, the downs, the losing seasons, the 0-16s. Nothing is unbelievable. I'm going to break this down super quick. You cannot blame Myles Garrett for this. Could you be upset? Hold on. You could be upset. Yes, you could be upset. But at the end of the day, I think this is what a lot of rational and common sense fans look for in players. They don't, I don't want you to care about the money. I don't want you to care about the Pro Bowls and this and that. I want you to win at the highest level. I feel like we gave Myles Garrett a chance to do that. That chance has come and gone, and he sees the writing on the wall. A couple of things here. Very interesting development all the way around because there's so many angles to this. Oh, he during the season, you hear the rumblings. Oh, he wants to see a plan. He wants to see a plan. 2-step, 5-step plan. What are our next 5 moves? What are we going to do? How are we going to rectify the situation? How are we going to compete in 2025? Okay, he meets with Andrew Berry. Okay, and here's the big one that a lot of people, I think, saw but kind of, glossed over like, haha. He called LeBron. If you're a Cleveland superstar who doesn't think you have a chance to win and you call LeBron, I kind of knew that was the red flag. Because what is LeBron going to say? Oh, yeah, hang out there. Oh, I should have pushed the owner and I should have pushed the GM a little bit harder for them to get me more help. No, LeBron's going to say, look, I did it on national TV. It was called The Decision. All you got to do is write a little statement, send it to Schefter, send it to Rapport, put it on Twitter. That's all you got to do because, Myles isn't the boisterous guy. He's active in the community, but it's not like he's a LeBron level of character as far as personality and how he goes about doing things. So that's number one. Number two, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to talk about this. I want to be one of the first. We have a precedent here in Cleveland that it's very tough to discuss because it's a double-edged sword. Everybody and their mother, if they saw Joe Thomas in a local bar, would buy him a drink. Any Browns fan. Stayed with the Browns his whole career, Hall of Fame. That's awesome. He's a good surrogate for the organization. They should utilize Joe Thomas more if they were smarter. They're not, but they should. Joe Thomas has been a great ambassador for the Cleveland Browns because of his career and because of how well he was, how well he played, how good he was as a player, and then going into the Hall of Fame. Myles Garrett sees that and says, I can't be that guy. I cannot be, in the Joe Thomas club. We all know Joe Thomas would have, probably traded a Super Bowl for his, being a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. There's a lot of guys who would do that. I would say the vast majority. So he sees that this already happened once. A guy who played a long time for the city. The fans love him, won awards, did this, did that, Hall of Fame, whatever it may be. And he doesn't want to be that guy. He just really doesn't. So can you blame him for that? No, you can't. My last point here. obviously the discussions, didn't go good with Stefanski and Barry. It kind of seemed like stuff was quieting down. It kind of seemed like, yeah, maybe they said this, we're going to do that. We're going to target this person. We're going to make these trades. We're going to do this in free agency. We're going to do this at the draft. I think Myles is actually correct. If you had to ask my personal opinion, I have no idea how this franchise gets to be a serious contender like that going into the 2025-2026 season. It's just not possible. There's too many factors. There's too many variables. Yes, you have the second overall pick. It's really not that type of draft where you can turn it around in 1 year, maybe 2 years. You have all these other factors. You have an aging offensive line. You don't really have a running back. Nick Chubb breaks his foot again, coming back from a terrible knee injury. Your defense, yeah, it's, you have Jim Schwartz. It's okay. It has its moments. It was a little suspect last year. Why not request a trade? Why not? Do you think he's sitting there asking himself, I'm 30, whatever, how old he is. Fact check me, 29, 30, 31. I got one more contract in me, basically, at the most. How many elite defensive ends play at a high level, 34, 35 years old? About none of them. Select few guys. And your motor slows down naturally. You start falling out of the DPOY conversations. You don't have double-digit sack years. You have to train extra hard to get just to where you were at when you were 25. You want to win now. So from a Browns perspective, heartbroken. That's the only way I could put it. Oh, that's dramatic. It's just sports. Come on, man. The best player to suit up in a Browns uniform in my lifetime just requested a trade. Mostly because of stupidity. Mostly because of people not knowing what they're doing. And sure, the Watson trade is at the top, but there's a lot of stuff that came after the Watson trade. Dorsey, free agency, offseason, drafts. A lot of stuff culminated to being here. Did Watson kickstart it all? And we will argue until the day the documentary comes out, if it does. Was it Barry? Was it Haslam? Was it Stefanski? Oh, Jimmy's an evil mastermind, which is obviously my opinion. But at the end of the day, my opinion says flipped. They have flipped today, February 3rd of 25. I was cool with Barry for one more year. I was cool with Stefanski for one more year. I've always wanted the Haslams to be uninvolved. If they could sell the team, I would sign the petition right now. Obviously, I think everybody would do that. And, they spend money, so, all right, whatever. I don't care. I'd rather have bottom-of-the-barrel payroll than have, incompetency running the show. Just get rid of him now. Just fire Barry. And do it now. You don't have that much time. You got to get a new regime in here. Just fire Stefanski. Just do it. They have overseen the best player to ever suit up in a Browns uniform in my lifetime requesting a trade. That is a fireable offense. Start new. And here's my thing too. Just trade him. Don't, he's under contract. Just trade him. Sure, you lose leverage. Oh, yeah, he's requesting a trade. You're still going to get a good haul for the guy. Just get rid of him. Just honor his wishes. That's the thing you could actually do as your parting gift, and you can actually say, all right, we did something maybe right from the moment you traded for Deshaun Watson until now. What did we do right? We honored Myles Garrett's trade request. That's my personal opinion. They're going to do whatever they want, and they're going to be probably stubborn about it. Oh, no, we're going to keep him, hold him around. He's under contract, blah, blah, blah. Don't matter. Trade him. If I'm the Haslams, I'm telling Barry to trade him, then I'm firing Barry and I'm firing Stefanski. And you're already late on the head coaching train. You're already late on, the front office train. The Super Bowl is next week. So you've been cooked for 2025. You're probably cooked for 2026. And the fans have to go through more bullshit. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Myles Garrett request for a trade. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what develops in the next 24, 48, 72 hours. Appreciate you guys watching. And, see you guys in the next one. Peace.